So, just wanted to do this for a few minutes. I was going to do it live, but I just changed my mind. Anyway, either way, it doesn't matter. No one wants to let me know if they would rather me do live or do recorded anyway, and if they'll even come in on the live. But anyway, the title of this one's going to be Walmart Sucks. For many reasons. There are many reasons why. This one in particular, of several personal experiences, this one I wanted to discuss or wanted to share. Last month for Christmas, one of the few things that Josh, our son, had asked for on his Christmas list that I asked him to write, he had different things on it. Some of the stuff that is what he's into. There was 2 or 3 different video games on it, and a couple of those we went and got for him because they were, the price was decent. One of them I got from Walmart. Now, it was an older game. Probably it had been out, I think Google said, at least a couple of years. It's called NASCAR Heat 5. And it was the only copy they had left at the time in the store, in their electronics department. So got the game. I didn't open it up and go to check it out before Christmas, because I didn't want him suspecting anyone had gotten into it. I got him another one from GameStop and checked it out, and it was working fine. Anyway, come Christmas Day, he went to try the racing game out, and which is the NASCAR game, and it wouldn't recognize. The system wouldn't recognize it. Tried numerous times, and finally went to go that weekend, went to take that back along with some heaters that we had purchased. For the heating purposes of when the heated went out, and I had to fix that. I told you about. I've already discussed that with you. Showed you some video footage, or showed you some video of that, and explained that and everything already. Anyway, got the money back for the heaters, and went to get a refund for the game because we knew that they didn't have any games back. They didn't have those games back there. They were all out of that game. And they said, well, due to copyright, they said due to federal copyright law, or due to copyright law, we're not allowed to refund you the money. The only thing we can do is exchange this bad game for another new game. This game that you bought bad for another new game, or for the same new game, and let you try that. Well, they didn't have a copy. And I kind of got a little ill about it. I thought, okay, surely they'll eventually have another copy. Meantime, I checked with other stores. Well, they would show they'd had the copy in other stores, but it would be a different game that somebody had shelved wrong, stocked wrong, and just didn't care. Eventually, the other day, when I had to take something else back, I had words with them at the desk about it again, and asked to see the store manager. Well, conveniently, the store manager is on vacation. But they said there's really nothing they can do about it because That's a federal law. I said, well, there's other places that will help you. Well, we can't answer for what those other stores do. Federal law doesn't matter what name of your what the name of your what's the name on your side of your building. The law's the law. Copyright infringement, which is also called piracy, has nothing to do with what they're trying to enforce. That's for bootlegs. That's for bootlegging video games. Same thing as for bootlegging DVDs, movie DVDs, Blu-rays, music CDs back when they had them, when they sold them, all that type of stuff. Basically, someone's buying the item, putting it in their computer, downloading it to their computer, taking a writable drive with a writable disk, writing that program, that computer program, or that movie, or whatever it is, onto that disk, writing the name on it in magic marker, unless they come up with a printable label that they print out of the printer and peel it off and stick it on there, which is still not going to match the original label that comes from the production company, from the factory that it's produced in. And then you try to sell it for a lesser amount and return the original one, saying there's something wrong with it, and get your money back on it. Or whatever. You just keep the original, but turn around and you try to sell copies that you've made for profit. That's piracy. That's infringement. That's copyright. That's what copyright law is against. And I tried to, after I guess she was a member of management behind the counter and wanted to argue with me what copyright law was about, and I tried to correct her and inform her that she was wrong and explain to her the correct and true definitions and what it really means. She still wanted to argue that I'm wrong, she's right, because she works for Walmart. I basically told her she's just a brainwashed idiot and walked away. And I said, don't worry about it. I'll have a discussion with your store manager. I said, your corporate already knows all about you. Corporate already knows all about you and knows what you're doing. But they said they can't do nothing about it. They leave it up to the store, even though they're the ones that make y'all do what y'all are doing. Which that doesn't make any sense either. Bottom line is, people, Walmart doesn't want to do what they're supposed to do ever. They want to do what they want to do. They want to make up rules as they go along, enforce what they want to as they go along, and treat us like shit. If I offend you by saying that, too bad. Walmart's a piece of shit now. I don't know if I'll even go back in there and buy anything from them ever again. If I don't have to. I'll try to find another way. If I can. I say that now. Something might come up next week. Who knows? But that's how I feel about it right now. They're not worth dealing with anymore. As days go by, their attitudes towards customer service is getting harsher. They don't care. If they did, they wouldn't act the way they act half the time, and they wouldn't treat us the way they treat us half the time. If you're not for them, then they're against you. Whatever. If it wasn't for us, they wouldn't be as big as what they are now. And we can change that. We can put them out of jobs. If they want to play those games, we can put them out of their jobs easily. Just quit buying. Quit giving them your money. So I just want you guys to realize they're really getting strict and cracking down for nothing. Even some of their employees in electronics have admitted that they are wrong for what they're doing, and they don't agree with it. They've already admitted that some of the people in electronics have already admitted they know that they get flawed games, they get flawed discs, flawed movies that don't play right or won't play at all. They're coming from the factory. They're mass producing them really quick because of getting behind on their orders. And don't use the same excuse for the past 3 or 4 years about Corona. Y'all been getting behind on your crap for years. You don't order stuff like you're supposed to. So anyway, but that's them getting behind, and these factories are mass producing this stuff, and some of these discs are not getting the information written on them like they're supposed to. And they're not being recognized in the systems. Quality control at these factories are not catching it. They're not doing their job, or there's just too many of them for them to catch it one time. They don't have enough people because they don't want to work. That's been going on for years too. Anyway, FYI. If you decide to buy, for example, a video game for your child or grandchild or whoever the child is, or for yourself, or know someone who's planning to, or possibly a movie, whatever the case is, let it be known. If there's something bad, if there's something wrong with the disc, they're not going to give you your money back. I don't care if you've got the debit or credit card you purchased it with. I don't care if you've got the receipt as well with you, because we did. They will not refund you your money. They will only offer you a replacement. And then when those replacements run out and you still don't have any, you're still not getting any satisfaction, they're not going to care until they're made to care. And you can decide on how you want to handle that. Maybe the media has to get involved. Social media or the news media. I don't know. Maybe this needs to get shared all around. Because if I'm getting screwed and I'm nobody, well, all of us are a bunch of nobodies. If they're going to do it to me, don't think they won't do it to you or anybody you know or your child. Without a care in the world. They'll do it to them without a care in the world. They'll do it and they won't even bat an eye, and they'll make all the excuses under the sun. And think that they can go to bed and sleep soundly tonight. I promise you. Do what you want with this. I just thought you should know, if you don't already. They enacted this towards the end of last year. I think it was about October or November, I believe, according to Google, according to Walmart's info on Google. They enacted this not long ago. It used to not be this way. It used to be a lot easier to take care of this. Um, Something simple that could be done if you feel like you're getting ripped off by the consumer, because of copyright shit. Ask to see my ID and take my information. If you find out that what I did was fraudulent, have me arrested. You got my ID. You got a copy of my picture and everything. It's that simple. Same thing when you go to sell a gun. You got to have ID to sell it to a store, to trade it. Show them your ID. When you go to buy a gun, guess what? You got to show your ID. That way, if there's anything fraudulent when you bring in that used gun to trade or sell to a gun shop or to a pawn shop or whatever, if there's anything fraudulent, if they do their due diligence and do it the legal way, the shop owner or store owner, they take a copy of your ID and keep it to where they can match it with the gun based on serial number that you brought to them. So if the cops show up looking for it, how did you get this? Where'd you get it from? You got the idea, you got the information on the person? If they don't, they're held accountable, arrested, and a fine to pay, or jail time. Depends. If they did the right thing, cops come looking for you. And then you get jail time and or a fine. However the judge decides, based on your background history, your record. But anyway, just FYI, be careful what you purchase from Walmart because they're becoming assholes. I don't mind saying it that way because it's the truth, and they deserve everything that's said about them. Maybe some of the people there are decent people, but they are following procedures that are wrong. They're being trained to enforce laws due to policy, due to their own policy. They're trained to enforce laws that even the store managers have no idea how those laws are even stated, or even understand what they mean. Corporate tells them this is what you do. They get a very vague understanding of the whole thing. They say, well, in other words, and they say, well, what's this mean? Well, in other words, you can only do this, this, and this, and this, and this. Anything else, and we're going to hold you accountable up to being terminated. And they have no idea. They have no idea. They're reciting brainwash scripts that they are taught. That's exactly what's going on. They're reciting brainwash scripts that they are taught, that they are brainwashed into. So anyway, that's probably all I need to really say about that for right now. Still waiting on a copy of that race game for him to show up in one of their stores so I can try to do something about it. Probably gonna have the same result. I don't know. I don't know. That game was $15. which that's not a whole lot. Um, may end up being out more than that because of something else. That was something else he wanted to do that I didn't think we should. Excuse me. But it was the only way we could really afford to do it the way you wanted to do it. So anyway, just for your information, use caution when buying stuff like that. Use caution when buying stuff like this from Walmart. You know what you've been informed of what you're getting into. You know what's going to happen if it's bad. You're not going to get your money back. If you do get your money back, now I'm talking about, one of these stores locally, close to us, because I've been dealing with the Fort Oglethorpe store, Fort Oglethorpe, Georgia. I've checked on the Lafayette, Georgia store. I've checked on the one in Hickson, Tennessee. Everyone that their online app or whatever shows that they have one in stock, I've checked with them, and it's been stocked wrong with a completely different game. But if you figure out how to get your money back out of it, if they don't have any in stock, let me know. I would love to know. Because I'd rather just wash my hands of Walmart completely, get my money back, and go elsewhere. I'd rather just give the money to their competition rather than dealing with these jerk-offs. Honestly, I would. I'd rather not have no more to do with them what I have to anymore. So if you figure that out, let me know. Either let me know here in the comments or tell me let me know on Facebook, or if you got my number, call me or text me, whatever, let me know. I'll be happy to tell them to take the game and shove it. Give them my money back. I'll go start doing business with your competition. The ones that, which I know you can't answer for them, but federal law is federal law. If one has to abide by it, they all have to. Not just you. Not just one place. So, anyway, be careful. If you make that kind of a purchase, you know what you're in for. Use caution. If you're gonna do it, if you're gonna do it regardless, in spite of, cross your fingers and pray that the game's good. Chances are it won't be. They've even admitted electronics have been getting a lot of bad games in stock. And that's probably why Walmart is reacting now the way they are. They're tired of losing money from PlayStation or whoever the maker of the game is. Whether it's the PlayStation or Xbox, they're tired of losing money by these people, and they're probably not getting their money back or getting their replacements, so they're making the customer eat it. Well, they can eat something else too. They can eat my foot, as far as I'm concerned. They can kiss this, and I don't mean on my rosy red lips either. Anyway, y'all have a good day. Looks like I might have to work tomorrow. I just got a text from the boss while I was doing this. One of the things that if you noticed, I was distracted. I kept getting different messages and stuff, so that was one of them. So we'll see what happens. Kind of why you haven't heard from me in a while anyway, because when I think I'm not going to be working, I do work, and I don't like doing this stuff while I'm at work anyway. So, and then trying to do it while at home and the kids are up or whatever, between Dessa and the kids, and then making their noises and being obnoxious sometimes. It's kind of hard to try to do this stuff. They have to do it live and tell them if they don't be quiet, I'm gonna put them on camera. Give them a choice. If you don't settle down, I'm putting you on camera. See if that works. They'll probably embarrass themselves and me. Anyway, uh, Walmart, you're stupid. You're being a bunch of assholes. Walmart, you suck. And I hope you pay for it in the end. And I don't mean when the world ends. I hope you pay for it here soon. I hope that Walmart, I hope that you lose a lot of customers and revenue. Walmart, I hope you suffer for how you're treating people. Have a good day. Y'all take care.